TransferGo is a global money transfer company that allows its users to send money from one country to another without paying excessive transaction fees to banks.
It has raised for about $40 million in Series C, funded to expand into more markets.
The service has license under the Financial Conduct Authority (FCA) and can transfer money overseas with the help of digital account-to-account business model. It charges a small fixed fee and current conversion fees of 0.6 to 1.5%. Alpaca
is a multi-portal artificial intelligence trading platform for investors and traders. Unlike the conventional trading platform, Alpaca DB favors artificial intelligence technology.
It uses deep learning for guiding users, allowing them to make their own efficient algorithms for trading. The users won't even need to learn to program to do that because the system does work for them by using drag-drop features. Funding $6 million and investor.
I know investors. It is D4V and H-type ventures.
Yeah, sure.
H-type.
Okay. Have you filled your tax returns? We all give taxes on your incomes, but the only problem is that we don't file them. The reason?
It is a cumbersome and time-consuming process. You have to pass through this clump and painstaking process just to file a return. Why?
I think maybe a good news is that some companies are trying to make this process effortless. Enters Tribute, a startup that focuses on filing income tax returns automatically with just few clicks. It's currently active in Colombia and is slowly working to expand to more countries. The best part?
Tribute has got funds from multiple campaigns, and the biggest name is no other than the startup accelerator, Y Combinator.
I think maybe it's no Y Combinator, maybe it's 500 startups.
In the last videos we reviewed other
top accelerators.
Yeah. And
you can find it and write on the comments this
link in description.
Yeah. And write comments on this your opinion about these startups. Maybe you think it's a bad or good or wonderful project. What do you think about it? Okay.
The next startup is Videntro. Almost 70% of people in India are illiterate, but some organizations are trying to revolutionize in educational landscape. I know fee of education, but our project is a Puzzle English, the learning company, and no, I'm marketing director. It is self-advertising. And Omidar Network is one of such startups that wants to change the way people learn things.
It has designed a curriculum for classes ranging from pre-nurses to 12th grade. It also has teachers who teach online. The students just have to take the classes online and take their papers at the end of each semester to pass the class.
It's a virtual school.
Yeah, sure.
The learning school is already famous in India and provides a new learning opportunity to most of the people.
Funding is 850.
What is the name of the company?
Just a minute. Funding 850,000. unknown, but Embre Education Startups. The Embre platform empowers schools to start virtual schooling by providing them the platform and training they are required to do so. It has software apps that simplify day-to-day active for admin, teachers, students, and parents.
It's open source and allows anyone to create application with a minimum effort.
Okay.
The next startup is Embedders. Employers complain that the reason they always recruit for entry-level job that engineers aren't prepared to take on a senior level position in their companies. The reason behind it, our education system has failed to prepare students for jobs that are available in the market.
Don't worry. Imbalance has got you covered. It has modified the set and the other tests and prepared custom tests for each job that the employers can use to test employees. The startup has received a good amount of funding and has already started working on customized assessments.
Funding is about $22 million, and investors is Zuev Capital.
It's a startup. It's a full education startup. Identify helps make learning new languages easy. It's a platform where professionals who wants to learn a new language can connect with translators and professional speakers. The platform offers certification of completing each level of the language and has a complete curriculum.
Other English is better.
Curriculum. Sorry.
Other English is better. Other English. Okay. A major benefit of using the system is that students can develop their own learning plan that matches their place. It offers tuition sessions of 30 minutes in which students and tutors can interact in one-to-one conversation.
Investor is Stefano Marsagile and funding is 2.3 million. Is one of app that lets you become a learner driver and they get license at your doorstep. This doesn't mean you don't have to take a test for driving if you must, but apart from that, it's perfect for those who can find time to attend driving classes physically.
This top startup has gained funding from multiple VC and investors, and currently has a market value of about $50 million.
Okay. The next startup is Ocean Robotics.
I know. The Ocean Robotics is working on autonomous robots for farming and construction industries. The team has developed its first product named Bureau, a self-driving robot that follows the users around and map the journey, forming a vital conveyor belt.
It can lift up to 450 pounds of weight. Gordon has received a small amount of funding for building the MVP, but since a single MVP costs around 11,000, the funding is enough to keep it afloat.
The product is currently in use of many farmers in USA, and investors is S2G Ventures, and funding is about 250,000
Yeah, it's useful for agriculture guys. It's the brilliant brilliant product for them.
In the next startup is Robotics. Robotics is a artificial intelligence robotic startups are working to develop emotionally intelligent robots capable of engaging, education, and entertaining their children about the age of life. The half-foot robot has access to a wide pool of knowledge that it conveys to the child in a conversation tone. The team behind the Robotics understands the fact that most children today tend to sit in front of a TV set, which is healthy for them.
The robot provides an interactive place for children to engage, play, and learn all at the same time.
Do you want to buy this product for your children?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. The next, okay. If we'll say about this project, it's a robotics industry investors. Angel fund, angel funds, and funding is $2 or $3 million. Okay.
Okay. The next startup is Zuev Pizza. Zuev Pizza is an artificial intelligence company working on a small production and delivery of pizza. Previously, it was a job of humans to make a delivery pizza, but now things have changed and pizza cooking and roll to the delivery place.
They use automated ovens and self-cleaning robot cutters for this purpose. Zoom has patented the cooking technology and has raised a funding of 48 million.
Good fund. Huh?
Yeah. Bench One helps the people get short-term contract work from well-known companies, creating a win-win for both. They boost economic stability and generates more employment opportunities and job stability. So far, it has received over 650,000 in funding from multiple investors.
The purpose behind the startup is to reduce the unemployment within the society. This way, people will involve themselves in construction work and also earn for their services.
Yeah, service. It's also great for those who want to work on their startups but don't want to let go of a job that brings them bread and butter.
Those bench on, they can work on their businesses while keeping contractual work with reputed firms.
Yeah, the next startups is Inclume. Inclume is I think it's the name is sounds not good for ears, but. What do you think about his name?
His name I started and I don't. I listen for 1 month. This name.
Okay, but I mean, it sounds not. It sounds. It sounds as bad, but I think so. Depends of what language you speak. You speak every day.
Your name and pronunciation.
What is your native language?
My native language is Russian.
I think so. Mandarin. Mandarin.
Arabic.
Mandarin.
Hindi.
No, just China.
Sanskrit.
Okay, the next startup.
Okay.
Okay.
Not many companies hire desirable people. The reason there is a stigma attached to them that they can't work and will at least require a decent in their work.
Yeah, but this is one gap that Inclume fills. It's created a social impact by connecting companies with jobs as suitable for the disabled. This way both are having a win-win solutions. Including has raised a funding 160,000 million from UDV Ventures. It has already become sustainable and is likely to go global in the next few years.
The next startup is a then job. No then job, then job.
There's no city. Yeah, its name.
Then job is a platform that connects companies with students workers. It's actually for universities, for students.
Okay.
And students can study in university and find companies. The purpose behind the startups is the temporary staffing agencies are still struggling with the digital media. The job provides a united platform where companies can post temporary staffing requirements, and students can develop their profits and bid on them.
Yes, I think so. It's very much similar to freelancing platforms, but the jobs are not remote. The startup has already raised over 17 million to gain more traction.
The next startup is a Quantum Flow. Quantum Flow is a software as a solution, SaaS startup that focused on developing software solutions to live stream video content during events. What makes it stand out from the rest comes down to its multiply and impressive features. It can cut, edit and even edit live stream.
Yes, I think it can distribute the content of the users to multiple platforms, including YouTube, Facebook, and
Twitter,
Twitter, maybe Twitch. Twitter and Twitch. The startup has raised over 2.5 million Series C funding and is working to add more features to its platform.
Instagram, TikTok.
Quite.
You know TikTok?
Quite. Yeah, I know quite. I like it.
The next startup is a CarServe. CarServe is a management platform for automobile mechanism. The idea behind CarServe has its own amazing story. The founder of these startups says that his car broke down and he was uncertain, just like many others, about when will his car get repaired.
Yeah, unfortunately, mechanics all over the world don't have an automated system that tells about the accurate time of car repair. CarServe is working to change that with 250,000 funds already in the bank. The founders are working to develop a solution that mechanics can use seamlessly to inform their customers in a way the software solutions will completely remove the hassle of fuzzy conversations between customers and mechanics.
The next startup is Telefy. All companies have processes, but do they follow them? Most probably there is documents for each process within the organization, but they are not followed in the true spirit. Telefy aims to change this practice by making processes simple and easy to follow.
And you can already see that it's succeeding in doing that. Telefy has raised almost 1.7 million in funding and has numerous clients using the platform.
The next startup is Cobiton.
Cobiton? Cobiton.
Do you know?
In Russia it will be
Капитон.
Капитошка. Добрый капитошка.
Sorry for Russian.
No, sorry, just капитошка.
Do you know users don't usually use an app regularly enough? They change their apps after only 3 or 4 iterations. A major reason is a lack of attention, and that's why most developers are unable to build scalable businesses.
Capital is trying to change that by offering SQA service for mobile apps. It has a platform that can test apps one more than 360 devices having different OS and mobile screens.
The next startup is a solo stove. People need a stove to burn wood and cook while they're camping outdoors. But a major problem for many is that many stoves don't give a natural and smooth burn. A solo stove provides the solution for such situations. It comes in multiple ranges and always smooth, classic and long-lasting fire that doesn't require gas. Say hello to easy cooking with solar stove.
The company behind Solar Stove started a crowdfund on Kickstarter. It's asked for 20,000 only and received more than 1.5 million.
The next startup is a Zuev scanner. The Zuev is a camera or scanner that lets you scan each book page by page automatically. The product takes pictures of each page, processes them and save them in OCR format. The company has multiple products with the lowest one priced at about $20 only.
Yeah, it can process pictures of objects and then send them directly to a projector through an HDMI port. Cruise Scanner has received 581,000 funding in 2018. The next startup, Vesto. Vesto is an e-commerce fashion brand based out of Spain, but it's isn't something unique, right? The thing that makes Vesto different from the rest is that it sells second behind clothes and accessories to those who cannot afford, and you branded once.
The brands does all the heavy lifting, including pick and drops from those who are selling their clothes and managing logistics and fulfillment.
The startup earns almost 60% of the total cost of an item sold through its website.
The next startup is a Squat Wolf. Which is the name?
Squat Wolf is one an Activia rare e-commerce brand operating in the Dubai market. It started functioning only a few years ago, but it has already gained quite a lot of traction in the local Dubai market.
It's one of the best startups to watch out in the Middle Eastern market in 29. Squat Wolf has not disclosed the investment it has received so far. Next startups is a Boxed. What if you could get things at a wholesale price instead of the retail price while shopping? Boxed shopping website does that for you.
The only condition is that you will be only shipped a box. Do extra to fill their box. Their box cost is 20, but if you fill it more than that, then you won't have to pay anything for the shipping.
Simple pay the product cost and you are done. It has received 240 million in funding. Currently, it's working as an authentic wholesaling store that sets it apart from the rest.
Simplified shopping is something well all can look forward to thanks to this startup.
The next startup is Ecommerce.
Ecommerce is hate getting a robot. Really hate getting robot. Ecommerce is your solution to long-term security solution for home office or almost any place. Simply install the security camera of surveillance. Stay worry-free for a year.
Ecommerce initially asked for $50,000 funding, but received almost $3 million. It's currently in mass production and available in the market for $400.
Yeah, really, this is one smart security startup that you should keep an eye on in 2019. Track Hero is a security monitoring system that focuses specifically on security industries. It's a holistic solution for apps, IoT, and remote monitoring to guard those who guard others. The reason behind Track Hero is that highly difficult to track mobile workers who either work remotely or from some other place.
That's where Track Hero is connecting the dots.
Yeah.
And the next startups in the end things. There is a complete disconnection between farmers and consumers, especially big consumers like hotels and restaurants. And things is working to fill the gap. It offers a platform where farmers and consumers can connect, removing the intermediaries out, so that farmers can earn more profit and consumers can get a prompt supply of food and better quality.
Yeah, and Think has received over 2 million from the Korean Development Bank and has already penetrated the farmer market in South Korea. Happy Amy is a point of sale POS financial service that allows consumers to buy products of their choice on loan, then repay it within time, set of their own terms. Happy Amy is currently one of the best startups that offer loan services in India.
No other service is providing credit services to users through POS machines. Happy Amy is in operation for the last 2 years and has received funding of over $1.5 million.
Yeah, if you really want to know about the next pool startups, write on the comments to what kind of startups you want to know and what kind of startups you want to in your country to know in your country, and also it's subscribe on this channel. It's really help us and support our casting, making casting. See you later. Put your like. I need and we need your likes. And
thank you for attention. I'm glad to discuss interesting topic about top startups in the world in 2019.
What do you think about of topics of the next series, next cast, next videos on this channel? Write it on the comment, please. And we go to in your country and make video cast on startups in your country. Thank you. Bye. See you later.
Hi, what's up? Давай, уже идет?
Hey guys, how are you?
Hi Alexander, what's up?
Hi Evgeniy. How are you?
Good. It's okay. Hi dear colleagues, we want to discuss interesting topic about influencer marketing in other countries.
Yeah. Today we will discuss influencing marketing in Asian countries.
For example, maybe
Okay.
begin in South Korea.
Let's go.
In South Korea, with a population of over 50 million people, including approximately 1 million registered foreigners, Korea is one of the most densely populated countries in the world. Seoul, the nation's capital and the largest city in terms of population and business infrastructure, is occupied by more than 10 million residents. Korea is comprised of 9 provinces and 6 main cities: Seoul, Busan, Gwangju, Daejeon, Daegu, and Incheon, which have provincial status.
Korea was one of the world's top where internet users penetration, mobile broadband penetration, and fourth place on internet or broadband penetration in set. If we, according to the International Telecommunication Union in early 2011,
out of population of 50 million, South Korea has more than 45 million internet users, as well as 38 million active users on social networks. 43% of all active users of social networks. This places South Korea in the top 2 for the use of social networking globally, just ahead of Singapore with a rate of 77%. These 2 countries are way ahead of the US 7th, where 66% of the online population are active users of social networks, and the United Kingdom 10th with 64% of its internet sufferers actively using social networks.
Yeah, almost 99% of them go online at least once a week, spending an average 14.3 hours a week on the internet, 0.6 hours longer than last year. They are doing everything, especially in mobile internet, shopping, banking, cloud usage, all rising, even when PC usage is seeking a slight decline. They has spawned a health generation of mobile first startup in FinTech, on-demand services from food delivery to cosmetics boxes.
Korea has been one of the world's most dynamic economies. Since joining the $1 trillion club of world economies in 2004, Korea has become the world's 13th largest economy. Initially, a system of close ties of government and business, including directed credit, helped to make the success possible.
The Korean market is an ideal test bed for a global company. There are several reasons: world-class IT infrastructure, high high-speed communications network let tech-savvy consumers communicate actively about new products. Career boasts diverse income distribution among its 52 million people, a large population relative to the country's size.
In the country with the world's fastest internet speeds, that's in the race to be first with 5G, it might not be weird that over 90% of those in the 20s, 30s, 40s and 50s are connected. But the rising internet penetration is because a growing number of elderly, particularly those in their 60s and kids younger than 10 are on the internet. More than 5 million Korean silver surfers aged 60 and over surfing the web. Over half of the age group, mostly for instant messages. Meanwhile, only 30% of the U.S. 65 and over own a smartphone.
Yeah, here's an overview of South Korea's internet usage rate by gender.
About gender, age.
Yeah, age, household income, occupation, and education level.
Gender.
Generation
for internet usage in South Korea are relatively even. Out of the total number of internet users, men make up 57.7% and women make 42.3%.
Okay, age 60% of internet users fall between 25 and 44 years of age. Significantly, internet use aged between 55 to 64 make up only 0.56% of the internet users.
Occupation, about 80% of workers in Korea use the internet, and the occupations are broken down into the follows: professionals or managers, office workers, service or sales, production workers, students and housewives.
Okay, education level, college graduates are the heaviest users of internet, followed by high school graduates, middle school graduates, and elementary and below. Unlike China, Korea feature a strong online presence of Facebook and Twitter with millions of users and substantial penetration rate. But in each of these countries, far and away the most vital social network is a local mobile network. Kakao Talk in Korea
is messenger.
You know?
Mobile
okay, Kakao Talk in Korea. Kakao Talk allows brands to interact with their client base in the closest possible way, working to establish a digital dialogue that has a positive effect on brand perception.
As of the fourth quarter 2016, about 80% of the population were active social media users. The most popular social platform was YouTube with a 17% penetration rate. South Korea ranks among the countries with the highest number of monthly active users, media users in the Asia-Pacific region. As of January 2017, close to 40 million users in the South Korea active social networks on a monthly basis. Despite local competition from Kakao Talk, Facebook is also popular in South Korea, with the local audience being projected to reach about 15 million euros in 2021.
Top influencer marketing statistic every marketer should know. 70% of teenage YouTube subscribers trust influencer opinions over traditional celebrities.
86% of women turn to social network before making a purchase.
32% of influencers who currently work with brands cites Facebook as the best platform, followed by Instagram at 24%.
71% of consumers are more likely to make a purchase based on social media reference.
86% of the most viewed beauty videos on YouTube were made by influencers compared to 14% by beauty brands themselves.
57% of beauty and fashion companies use influencers as a part of their marketing strategies.
On average, businesses generate $6.50 dollars for every one invested in influencer marketing. It's really nice indicators.
Why influencer marketing in Korea is the most effective part of marketing strategy?
Brands looking into influencer marketing should take note of the trends in the industry in order to fully strategize their campaign. We have identified the prominent trends of influencer marketing coming.
Trend one.
To 2019, I think so. Yeah. Trend one. Emphasis toward content marketing in 2018-19. We have seen and expressed both the good and not so positive impact influencer marketing can bring to a brand. Some prominent mistakes made by brand includes the oversight of influencers, selecting influencers irrelevant to your brand and so on. But one big mistake that should be avoided is the posting of content which is irrelevant to audience.
Coming 2017, the emphasis on quality content will be largely noticeable. Content posted by satire influencers not only have to be engaging and interactive, it also have to be new, natural, suited to be the influencer and brand, shareable and encompasses a call to action to be able to reach out to a wide network of your target and provide positive results. Consequently, brands which invest greatly in creating quality content will have an edge over the rest.
Trends 2. People-centric influencer marketing. Most brands and marketers focuses on tapping on the hype of influencer marketing without considering the rational behind those marketing efforts. In the upcoming year, it is crucial for brands to become more people-centric and focus on their audience when implementing each campaign.
Influencer marketing in 2017 will need to provide consumers with that they desire and explain how purchasing your product or service will add value to their life. With many marketing executing their marketing campaigns without much thought regarding the audience, being the first few to resonate with the audience with bring your brand ahead. The next trend.
Trend 3. South Korea becoming risk adverse. Being risk adverse, South Korea consumers and are increasingly relying on the influencer and word of mouth to decide on their purchases. This should be seen as an opportunity to leverage on the available influencers to bring about more sales through the online platform to be able to leverage on influencer marketing to provide a form of reassurance for the consumers would definitely bring about positive impact on your brand's ROI.
Return of investment.
Yeah, ROI.
Influencer marketing would hence be a great platform to reach out to South Korean market, especially the young Korean who constantly look online for reviews. These characteristics for the community is make influencer marketing extremely effective in South Korea.
I suggest the next thing, how we to get started with influencer marketing. How to get started?
Reaching to influencers personally or through influencer marketing agency. You may ask what are the various ways to engage Instagram influencers in South Korea to perform influencer marketing. There are simply two options: business to reach out to influencer marketing or through an influencer marketing agency. On the surface, it may seem reasonable to reach out to influencers personally with a presumed low cost and easy reach. However, with the vast amount of influencers in South Korea, each focusing on specific topics of interest, performing influencer marketing in licensing can be a real challenge. To execute and exit influencer marketing campaigns, one should be sure to read up on the various aspects of influencer marketing from the various articles and a book available online.
Okay. Alternatively, an influencer marketing agency would be a great help in terms of identifying the right influencer for your marketing campaign.
Maybe
negotiation prices, measuring results.
Or you can use marketing agency and in-house team. But I think that in a first experience in the market, is effective. It's effective use, for example, influencer marketing agency, because influencer marketing agency has expertise experience on this market and can recommend appropriate bloggers. And for example, you can use it two direction, in-house and agency. And in our team, several persons, but one person can test bloggers, and in this time, marketing agency can use bloggers.
Yeah. South Korea faces growing influencer market agency. We can speak the next topic of this. I think so. It will be interesting for subscribers or viewers.
Yes,
thank you. See you later.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Right. In comments, what do you think about
South Korea market?
Influencer marketing in South Korea or Asia? Maybe you think one more tool out of this cast, and write it on the comment.
In the next video, we can review influencer marketing and other type of marketing in the other markets in other countries, and we can also review other tools, marketing tools.
Yeah. Okay. See you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. The next startup is Seno. Seno is a medical artificial intelligence startup working on automatic glucose monitoring. These top startups use an app to monitor the account of glucose in your blood. The CEO also found a spot in Forbes under 13 CEOs under such a list in the medical devices in startup section for breakthrough technology working to monitor in curb diabetes. Send his patent with a Fitbit to make it easy for people to monitor glucose level in their blood directly by using their watch.
Molecule is an air purifier that uses nanotechnology to break down pollutants. It actually destroys and pollutants to make the indoor air breathable. According to research, indoor air is 5 times more polluted than the outside air. Molecule aims to fix that. Industry is medical or healthcare. Funding is $38.5 million, and
Exit knowledge.
investors is Foundry Group.
The next startup is Quip. Quip is an oral care company that aims to make oral health accessible and enjoyable. It develops electronic tool brushes and tool paste to improve the dental hygiene of its customers. The tool brushes are available for $40 and cost $5 to brush top replacement after 3 months. The buyer can have the replacement right at their doorstep. As a finding, the company has already gained quite a lot of traction. It more than $60 million in funding from multiple investments and VC firms.
Kinetic Reflex is a smart wearable device that reduces the incidence of workplace injuries by monitoring data and providing insight on a regular basis with Kinetic Reflex. You can easily set your own goals and practice beating them. The device detected high-risk postures, providers workers with feedback whenever high-risk motion secure, and uses biometrics to reduce the risk of injuries and improving well-being. Industry is a medical and healthcare. Funding is 6.2 million and investors Crosslink Capital.
The next startup is our health. Whenever you are stressed on actions or having trouble sleeping, our health will provide you with complete peace of mind, proving motivated stories, medication and coaching. It has worked with the best therapist and coach to come up with personalized stories for you. The ad takes around 3 minutes to tell a story. Each story, sound, music cover a particular topic. It takes just 3 minutes for our completely read you of negative through. It is continuously working to help you improve your recommendation. Funding is about $3 million. Investors is Prototype Capital.
Additive is a digital fitness content provided by real fitness instructors. The app has gained 52 million in funding and is one of the most successful fitness apps in the market. It's already available with thousands of workouts and exercises more. Or you can choose a workout based on duration, trainer, music and more. Investors Millennium Technology Value Partner and Inside Venture Partners and Arena Ventures. Funding $52.1 million and industry it's medical or healthcare startups.
Next startup is a Giga Me. Evgeniy team is not for-profit company who working for terminally ill patients by providing them palliative care at home. The nurses are well-trained professionals from Singapore's largest hospice, HCA Hospice Care. The goal of the company is to raise $10,000 so that they can provide one for service as it is an NGO. The service will require funds on a regular basis. Funding is about $90,000. Investor is an NTUAC income and Singtel.
We all love to travel, don't we? Some of us do travel, but most of us simply don't. And one of the reasons we don't travel is because we don't know where we'll stay, how we will book, all the exotic places and things like that. Welcome Beyond is one of this company that's changing that. Yes, before you say that Airbnb is already doing it, hear us, me and Evgeniy, Welcome Beyond. Handpicks hotels, it's only pick choose that they're truly exotic and can provide a refreshing and soothing environment to the ghosts. Travel is a travel startup and bootstrapped funding and investors.
The travel line. An adventure juvenile then can carry almost anything. That's what everyone wants. The Peak Design team has come up with an innovative idea that does just that. Now, instead of carrying different bags for your travel, you can get this adventure Jaffa bag. The team behind the bag went to crowdfunding with a request for $500,000, but instead received $5 million.
Park and Diamond company developed protection gear for cycles that are compact, small, and easy to put inside open pocket. The protection helmets for cyclists look just like a baseball cap, but are as strong as a diamond. They are battle tested and rugged. Moreover, they are available at affordable price. Industry is travel. Investors is crowdfunding and funding $2.2 million.
The next startup is Helicor. Online privacy is becoming a serious matter. Helicor is one of the best startups of 29 that is making waves in this area by offering its wide range of services. Whether you are an online business and e-commerce store or even an app, you need to be GDPR compliant. Helicor will help you become one. Not only it has its service, but it is widely used in various e-commerce stores to keep themselves compliant of the laws of the state and for detection and prevention. Funding in the $3 million investors is undisclosed.
Possible Finance is another credit lending startup that allows users to get credit without submitting their credit health score. The lending service allows users to get money within a single day, but it limits the credit to only $500. Users who want to get more credit can opt for premium service after the verification process. Industry is a FinTech. Investor unknown, but funded $1.7 million.
The next startup is Enamo. The idea behind Enamo is no less than a fairy tale. It all started when Enamo's CEO Peter Kubers went surfing one day and realized he didn't bring his credit card or cash. He thought, wouldn't it be great to develop a product that he can use when going surfing, cycling, or somewhere else without the need to carry a wallet or smartphone. This leads him to develop Enamo. Enamo is a contactless payment solution for those who don't like keeping their credit cards with them all the time. The service will only cost users $24, and they will get a half-inch CIM SIM card that acts as a contactless credit card. You can insert the SIM in a rubber port and get connected with a smartwatch or smartphone. Enamo is already available in USA and Australia. It is one of the best startups in 2019.
And is it possible it's go to Russia too? I think it's into yes.
The next startup is a checkbox. Automatic documents is a major problem in most of the organization. I know this problem.
Yes. Some
documents.
Yes, some of these documents are too easy to replicate, but it takes a lot of time.
Checkbox is a perfect solution for such scenarios. It offers a platform where you can put the required information about particular documents and then semi-automate the creation process. Checkbox is one of the top startups that truly has the power to revolutionize the concept and practice of how we do work.
And it can even put many documents creating companies out of business. It's one startup that you should keep an eye on in 2019.
Yes, I agree with you. This is one of startups. The wonderful startup is a startup with big possibilities.
Yeah.